Hey everyone, it's me, Missy, with Missy's Guidance and Tarot. So this one is going to be this is going to be a part of my dream segment as well. So last night I dreamt that, again, there was a mountain and there was a narrow path, and it was my DM. He was in the front, it was me, and then it was his child in the back. And we faced the mountain, but we were like, when you're like some cliffhanger people who do cliff hanging, right? The cliff climbers, they're face the mountain and they have their hands like this, and they're like just shimmying along the path, because the path again was narrow. It was about 12 inches deep from the face of the mountain towards the cliff. So that was about a foot. So the path was about this long, right? So this is the front of the mountain and this is the cliff part. It was that long. So anyways, we were shimmying across, and when I looked over, because I had a dream that I went across a mountain, but I did not look in the back. I did not like face the water. I faced the cliff, so I didn't see all the stuff that was going on behind me. But I made the mistake and I looked back and I got scared because I'm afraid of heights. And I got scared, and I was like, I said to him out, and I don't know. I gave him a nick. I called him by a nickname. I'm sorry. I'm like struggling to speak, but I'm like, babe, I don't think we should continue any further because I'm scared, and it looks really scary. I mean, we went through sleet, we went through snow, we went through rain. It was cold, it was dark, it was clammy, it was wet. It was just very, like, the waters were very choppy, and like a we were in the middle of the storm, like literally in the middle of the storm, and or of a storm. And he was like, no, let's keep going, let's keep going. So he had to encourage me, right? So eventually he's like, we're almost there, we're almost there. And then when he said that, I was like, okay, but I'm scared. And he was like, come on. Like, he was like, he extended, he's like, take my hand. So he was trying to help me and encourage me so that we could move forward, because I got scared and it was like I got stuck because I made the mistake to look back and saw all the crap that was going on. So eventually he was encouraging me. He's like, you're almost there, you're almost there, we're almost there. So I said, okay. So I said, you know what? I got to do this, because I was literally stuck right there. The child couldn't move forward, and I was just like stuck. So I was listening to him. He's like, come on, babe, you can do it. We're almost there, we're almost there. And I was like, okay. So I made up my mind to move forward. And as I'm moving forward, I'm taking my time, slowly inching my way towards the narrow path, because remember, it was only 12 inches from the face of the mountain to the cliff. So any sudden mistakes and I would have fell, right? So eventually I was like, okay, okay, okay. And I'm taking my time, slowly inching forward, inching forward, inching forward. The good thing was I eventually started moving forward again, but I was doing it very slowly because I was being very cautious. Anyways, as I was getting there, I looked down and I noticed that the path started widening again. And I was like, okay. And then on top of that, the path, like, it went from stone, dirt, whatever, and it was like brick. It was like, and it wasn't like the cheap brick, it was like nice brick. So I was like, okay, so we're almost there. Eventually I got there. When I got to the other side, there were people that were already over there. They were celebrating, they were happy, they were well dressed. When I say dressed to a T, this was like a black tie event. Like, I mean, there was no expenses spared when I got to the other side. It was just like beautiful. So we were over there. Then they were like, okay, come on, ladies, you got to go get dressed. Da, 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 da. He went to go get dressed and all of that stuff, because there was a event that was happening that we had to prepare for. So as I went over there, I went into this room, and my mom and my sister was there. So I was trying to tell my mom something, but then my big sister, she interrupted and started talking. So I was like, but how are you going to interrupt me? And I'm trying to tell, we call her mommy. I'm like, how are you going to interrupt me? And I'm trying to tell Mummy something. So I said, anyways, I just ignored it. I went to go get dressed and whatever. So when I got downstairs, because I don't even know how long I was in this room, when I got downstairs, everybody was in, like, the men was in black and white suits with the bow ties, the polished shiny shoes. Um, the if there were children there, they were in princess dresses. And I mean, I had on this really nice gown. So, anyways, as I was looking over there, I saw my sister, and she was surrounded by people, and my mom was there too. And it was like, like when you're the center of attention and everybody surrounds you and you're telling a story, and it's like the light is shining down on you and you're smiling and you're happy and whatnot, and everybody's laughing around you. Well, that's what was happening. That's what I saw with her. And I was talking to my DM, and I think he was coming from the bar because he had went and got us something to drink. And then he was like, "Did you hear? She got the job." And I'm like, "What?" And then he was like, "Yeah, she got the job dealing with like like two big insurance companies' name. I'm not gonna name them, but I know who they are. But because I saw it in the dream, she got the job either working with them or doing something with them. So I was like, and that's why she was so happy, because I guess everybody was celebrating the fact that she made it, or all of us that was there, we were all being celebrated that we made it. So, anyways, that was a happy occasion. So I woke up this morning, I went to walk my dogs, and then I went and I talked to my sister, and I told her, I said, I don't know what this means. I don't know what to, because she was been looking for a new job. I said, I don't know what kind of positions that you've been applying for, but I got the dream that you got the job dealing with two major insurance companies. I don't know if you work for them or you do something for them, but you actually got the position. When I told her that, she was like, I really appreciate that, because that's confirmation that I needed, for the fact that, and then she was like giving me little bits and pieces of what she applied for and stuff like that. That's not my area of expertise. I just delivered the message to you, because at the end of the day, it's like I was going to wait until I got back home to give her the message so we can sit down and chit chat. But I felt the urge that I needed to tell her the dream that I had. And the end result was she got the position. And then when I told her, that was confirmation for her. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, maybe you were going through treacherous times or whatnot, and you were at you were almost ready to give up, but what you weren't realizing is that you were almost at the finish line, because last night I pulled some cards and I saw the 9 of wands, I saw the 10 of wands, and the 9 of wands plus the 10 of wands, that equals the ace of wands. So somebody went through hell and back to the point where it's like they were heavily burdened, but we all know that tens mean that the cycle is over and then a new cycle begins, which is the ace of wands. So that could be for me, because the dream coincides with the cards that I pulled yesterday. So basically, and I did go through hell and back. But anyways, but I mean, there are people who have. I don't really look at it that way, because there's people that go through worse than I did. So it's like, but I'm just here to say this. You might have gone through hell and like going through hell and back, but just hold on a little bit longer, because what you're not realizing is that you're almost at the end of your journey. And with the end result of that, a new cycle is going to continue, which is why I saw 9 of wands, 10 of wands, ace of wands. So a new cycle is beginning. And from what I saw in the dream, that new cycle is going to be very good for you. It's going to be prosperous. It's going to be, very happy, joyous times. You're going to be celebrated, because I mean, when you're being celebrated, they're not going to spare any expenses. They're going to pull all the stops to celebrate you. So I just wanted to come on here and say that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And you guys have a great one.